Frick, sorry. Alright, what's up, everybody? Yeah, no, it's weird. I'm posting twice within, a week, a couple of days. Let's see. Ooh, I like play. Where do I get I like play from? Oh, so, okay. I'm just gonna point this out. For any blueprint of a Warframe I will farm off screen. So just because it'll take too long for me to record. Like if I were to try to record it, I would lose a lot of that footage. And then let's see, what is the other thing? And then the only way possible I can think of where I could actually show every bit of it was if I were to do a live stream. And personally, I have no idea how to do that with YouTube or Twitch. And Twitch I'm not really going to mess with yet, but yeah. So I will end up actually farming Gara. I'm not going to buy her on this account. I have her on the other one, and then like any guns that I have, if it's like a prime version of it, which you'll understand once we get this segment. Once any sort of prime weapon, I will also farm off camera, just because the chances are random. Let's see. Let me pull. I have the actual fandom site. See, the most common relic you'll get is normally a Lith relic, and it's like Lith C9. Literally, the chances of getting 3 of the items is like a quarter chance. The uncommon is 11%, and then the rare is like 2%. So it's almost like you don't really get a lot with you don't have a lot of chances of getting what you want when it comes to prime relics and stuff like that. Yeah. Alright, so I cannot do the Mars Junction at the moment, and this one I do not have the equipment to do, and I'm not at a level where I feel comfortable doing these two. So right now, I'm going to show off the relays. The relays, what they are, is essentially where you'll go, and that's where you'll actually see a lot of other Tenno. Also where you'll interact with the Syndicates. Now, the Syndicates, what they are is small factions built up of other people. Other human figures. There's one that's entirely Grenier. Most of them actually look human. If they'll give me access to those rooms, I'll show you. Somebody actually did run through the lore on the Syndicates and actually made a tier list based on morals for them. So, okay. And each syndicate is allied with another. This one over here is still Meridian, if I remember right. Still Meridian. is the most moral one that I could think of, and it's mostly composed of defected Grenier. So, yes, you're going to be tempted to shoot these guys. Oh, forget people do that. So, they're still Meridian, and they're actually allied with the least moral, which would be Red Veil. Red Veil does a lot of experiments, and that is actually something I will get into later on, and I will more than likely do those missions off camera for various reasons, and I'll show the others later on. I just wanted to get something real quick. So, pretty sure I lost the footage where I rescued this guy. Um, the So, Darvo has his own. So Darvo has his own quests. The first time you interact with them, and literally the discount varies. It can be 50%. I think the largest discount I've seen is maybe, I want to say 75%. I'm not really gonna mess with what this is just yet because you don't really gain anything from him up until later on. Now, this is Cephalon Samaras. You'll mainly just scan various life forms for him. However, if you want to do mastery rank tests, practice for them, you do them all right here. And the max rank, what is it? Yeah, it's like Legendary 3, which is essentially, I guess you could say rank 32. I could be completely wrong on that. I've seen people with a much higher rank. I think the highest I've seen is 46. Anyways, and then over here is like a navigation thing. So, the other syndicates, I don't really have much to expand upon for them, other than the fact that you'll get quests from two of them, and then they're both over here. Yeah, Perrine Sequence and New Loka. These two are actually allied together, but they're enemies of Steel Meridian and Red Veil for New Loka. Perrine Sequence is hated by Steel Meridian. Uh, shoot. So, Tenno looking people is New Loka, and this one's actually Corpus. Like, it's defected Corpus or morally correct Corpus for the most part, or at least it's ran by one. Everybody else sort of looks like a Tenno, or looks human. Here's Wukong. Okay, cool. Arbiters of Hexes. I'm not entirely sure what these guys are. Mastery rank 3 required. Okay. More than likely, though, I will end up doing these guys first. Something just because I didn't try to do them on my main account, and I haven't tried them yet. Also, another Cephalon Suda. She actually you get a quest from, and I don't really recall what it is off the top of my head right now. I will have to remember, and then I'll explain it. So let's go ahead, complete the quest we just picked up from Darvo, and might do a few missions on Venus. Get started on that. I will actually mark the videos as to which quest I'm gonna start doing this, and which quest I'm doing. Yeah, for sure. Anyways, um, let's get a contractor. Ah, you kidding me? I freaking Neptune. No, it's Uranus. Uranus is one where you swim a lot. Great. So I cannot do that quest at the moment. Okay. Looks like we're doing Venus. So yeah, this quest will actually just probably stay up here for a while up until I'm able to actually complete it. So rescuing the contractor, what all that does is give you a Grineer for Dargo, and you get like a weekly mission from him, and you get clones of him that you can utilize in battle if you have things set up right. I'll explain how to set things up right when I get to that point. So I realize my voice is very monotone. I'm sorry about that. Uh, I try to keep my voice level so I don't peak my mic. Um, so let me explain the enemies that we're actually fighting right now. These are called the Corpus. They are essentially easiest way to explain them would be extreme. Um, I guess they're like extreme capitalist would be the easiest way to put it. I think um, very profit heavy. The more profit you earn, the higher you go up in rank with these guys. Um, if you notice, I'm actually pointing upward a lot on later Corpus missions. There's normally like a camera right here, and that causes like alarms to set off or lasers to actually appear in the door. I'm going to be using my bow a lot simply just because, even though I've already set off alarms once, uh, for later missions, there's actually an achievement, or there'll be certain little side quests you can do called Nightwave, where it'll be do an extermination mission with rank 30 plus enemies and don't set off alarms. Now, in the previous video, I explained that Nightwave, you get a good bit from them, a lot of good things from them, a whole Warframe, in fact, along with some mods, a few weapons. Um, I am out of scanners. Crap. Dang it. I have to buy some. So, scanners, what they are is ways to complete the codex. The, I explained what the codex is in the previous video, so you have to watch that to get what I'm talking about. However, it is a very long video, and I do understand that some people don't want to watch a whole hour video without, game audio or and just hear a kid talk the entire time. And I'll actually refer to myself as a kid a lot for the fact that I am young, I'm dumb, and I don't know a lot about the world. However, what I do know, I gained from either knowledge others gave me or stuff that I have picked up on going through my day to day life. So, Corpus to me are some of the easier enemies to fight, at least when it comes to getting headshots on the walker, on the bipedal drones, or on the enemies, and it's just because their heads are more distinct from the rest of their bodies. So, if you're needing headshots, to me, Corpus is the way to go, always. Atrax, what? Just ranked up. Lado, what is Atrax? What is Atrax? I'm sorry, I got really sidetracked with that level up. Atrax, the weapon on my Taxon. So, if you weren't here for me claiming the Taxon, or if that was part of the footage that I lost a while back, the Taxon is essentially a sentinel, and as it stands, it is a robot companion that Tenno have access to in order to aid them in battle, whether it be collecting loot, taking out enemies, filling out the codex if you have the right mod. Those types of things. So while they're not necessary, they are very useful. Orange, Moas. So, the Moas will come in three separate types. There's the orange ones, they'll send out a shockwave. There's the green ones, they'll simply just shoot you. And then there's, I don't exactly remember what their actual names are. However, there is one that essentially has a disc for a head, and that one actually uh, shoots out a ball of, I think, plasma at you. Um, Give me on that cable. There we are. So, if you are new here and you actually haven't watched my previous videos, I've explained that the Tenno are essentially robotic ninjas at first glance. I am about to quote Optimus Prime, there's always more beneath the eye. So, Nora Knight, the lady you just saw appear in the bottom right, no, left of my screen. She runs Nightwave. It's essentially a radio station in the Tenno world where you get rewards for doing certain things, and like they keep track of of it along with what is the word I'm looking here? As I said, it's like side missions that you can complete while doing main objectives. I for real need to buy scanners when I get out of this mission. So, okay, because I know people are going to ask why I'm so focused on getting scanners with certain objects that have popped up in this mission is because while they don't necessarily do anything or much at all, they are. I want to say helpful, but that's not necessarily the right word I'm looking for. Um, Essentially, if you want to like complete the entire game, while it's not like an objective or a trophy or something to. Ooh, Eisen Star. Cool. To complete it, the codex that I'm aware of, they it's like 100% thing. Like if you are one of those people that wants to get 100% on every game you play, whether it be through lore or other things involved in it, you're gonna need the codex scanners. They again simply just fills out tabs within your codex on your ship, gives information on them, where they're located, stuff like that. alley Nothing down here. You know, I'm curious as to what could possibly be in here. Anyways, it's like, say you were to. It's like completing all the advancements on Minecraft. While not needed to beat the game, it is it's one of those things where like it feels nice. Like it feels nice to do because, say, later on down the road, you're helping out a newbie or somebody new to the game. You're able to give them location, the probability of bad things spawning or being in the mission in general. And again, it's like, it's, to me, it's like a little nice being able to see things like that. Like, especially if it's involving Samaras, you'll have little scan objectives for him that will help gain standing with him, gain, I guess, not necessarily swayed, but I guess, what would be the word here? Rapport with him? Yeah. Um, by helping him complete his sanctuary, his digital sanctuary of literally everything in Warframe, all the enemies and stuff like that. Oh shoot! Forgot there's a camera on the other side. There we go. Yeah, like the codex helps with simplifying certain things, certain little quests or objectives for, say, a rivet mod, which is essentially a special mod that is only dedicated to certain weapons. Like, for instance, one I did on my main account recently, I had to get 3 consecutive headshots while gliding, and I couldn't jump in the air. It had to be one whole glide. Um, yeah, it's challenges like that. To me, it's fun. It's always fun to have little side missions within a game. Ooh, Trick Mag, Reach is good, Ammo Drum, nice. Let's see, nav coordinates, ites and stars. So ites and stars, what they'll do is essentially power up these sculptures that you'll find throughout the system. I think it's called the Origin System, something like that. Essentially, our solar system. Give me a second. Okay, so let me explain this real quick. If you are going to buy anything or use the clones or something like that, um, that's 100. That's 3. That should be enough. Okay, so each. Let me go back and explain this better. So each clone you get, whether it be a Spectre for a Warframe or a clone of, say, an enemy or Clem, which is the name of the contractor that we got to rescue later on. You can put them all in here, and this wheel will actually keep going. It doesn't stop at 12. You can put as many as you want. I think on my other account I have third. No, I have almost 20 items within my gear wheel, and then on if you're out in the open, you actually have these emotes here you can use. Let's see, and you can actually buy more emotes. You can either do it through the market up here, or you can do it through syndicates. Where where do I farm Mag? Where do I farm her? I don't remember. I'll have to look. Same with Excalibur, Goss as well. Wukong is fun to me. Goss is essentially pick the Flash, turn him into a robot. He's fast. Okay, hold up. Since it's gonna keep throwing me on Uranus, let's see. Wait, go back. Clear up the quest. Shouldn't be popping up anymore. So, let's see. Okay, how much longer? Ooh, I can almost do a rank 2. Mastery rank 2. And that might be where I actually end the video. Let me check something real quick. Not like I've been recording. Not that long. That's a survival. I'll show that later. So, spy missions by far are one of my favorite mission types. If I had to choose between doing any mission simply just to either waste time or to collect resources, especially on a certain one, there's a certain spy mission on Jupiter that you get a lot of resources from if you play your cards right. Um, I've said this once, and I'll probably say it 1,000 times doing this playthrough. If you want a lot of resources and to always have the ability to craft whatever you want or have any weapon you want, looting everything, picking up everything possible is the way to go. You, especially early game where you have to craft a lot of things. If you are not one of those to spend money on a video game, the nope, no alarm. Okay. Picking up everything, checking every corner for loot is the way to go. You are going to want to do that if you are not the type to spend money on a game. If you are the type of person that will farm out stuff constantly to simply just because out of sheer principle, like say you're the person that doesn't want to spend $20 on the premium on platinum. That's fine. I mean, you can easily farm some of the items that platinum be used to buy. You just, again, you have to be smart about it. Dang it! I was trying to do this with no alarms. Anyways, so yeah, like just in this room alone, 300 credits. While it doesn't sound like a lot compared to some of the prices that you'll spend on crafting certain items or buying certain items from um, the market. Like, I think the guns you can buy from the market with credits, 25k, easy. I think it's all three are 25k. One is the button, not the button, the gun from the beginning. Um, you can buy that one along with the other secondary, which is kunai, and you can buy blueprints for varying prices. I think the highest blueprint that there is, crafting wise, or just buying off the market, is like 100,000 credits. So while simply 300 from one room doesn't sound like a lot, that goes a long way into being able to craft, being able to buy the things you want. Um, I think on average, the Warframe blueprints about 75k in credits to now what is it? To actually do Arctic XMS. Ah, missed. There we go. Anyways. What was I saying? Yeah, so looting is one of those things that you want to do in order to uh, build a lot of things that you're gonna have to build for certain quests or to rank up with certain at certain ranks with syndicates, whether it be the ones in the relays, the ones in the free roam areas. Um, if you're actually just paying attention, you'll notice that the surrounding object of that Cephalon fragment glowed red, meaning that it is not completed in the codex. I'm not going to spend a lot of time scanning everyday items up until I get the mod on my um, little sentinel here. There, I don't remember what it's called, but there is a mod where you can actually have them scan things for the codex for you, or Cephalon Samaras. Any scanner that is in your gear slot, whether it be the one from Cephalon Samaras or the regular codex scanner. Oh my gosh, there we are. There we go. Anyways, regular codex scanner or the Cephalon Samaras scanner. There's an actual name for them, can't think of it. And there are certain objects, like for instance these leaves here, you have to scan them in order to collect them for certain quests. Like for instance, the one you get from New Loca, you have to scan, and then you go on Earth a lot to essentially commit, uh, do a ritual in order to get a Warframe. Now it is a pretty good Warframe in my opinion, but again, everybody has their own opinions. Um, I'm not gonna fight you on an opinion. I'm not. However, I would love to see if if you disagree with me on something. I would love to see how you think I could improve, uh, say a weapon, a Warframe, to utilize it better. I would love to see that stuff just because each and every person builds their stuff different. Ooh, I got the science star that time. Um, okay, real quick thing about the Iton stars. Sorry, I'm getting sidetracked here. The science stars are the more common of the two Iton stars you're gonna see. Um, Amber doesn't pop up as much. However, you'll get a cyan like almost 3, 4 times more commonly than you would a amber. And I honestly don't know why they have coded like that. I mean, they code it the way they want to code it. It's their game. Now, I'm not going to constantly say digital extremes when I'm talking about the developers. I'll either say DE or I'll just refer to them as them. Now, with the lockers, there is a way to actually increase the amount of lockers that do open. You'll get that mod later on. I believe it's a Parazon mod, and it allows you to, every time you were to hack a console like this, it'll unlock anything within a certain radius around you, 10 meter, 15 meters, something like that. Whew, almost into bed, almost set up the alarm there. I thought I could just have gone around those lasers. Camera, keep an eye out for the camera. I do not want to set off any alarms. Now, spy missions are where you'll pick up a lot of loot again. As I think I said it earlier, there is a mission on Jupiter where the amount of loot you'll get is crazy. It's like any mission on Jupiter, you'll get a crazy amount of loot because those maps are massive. Like if you think anything on Earth is big for map wise, or for instance, here on Venus, think again real quick. Jupiter, their maps are huge. You can spend 20, 30 minutes on one map on Jupiter just picking up loot. Like, objectives done, and you're just running around picking up loot at this point. 30 minutes. Easy. Easy. Just picking up everything. And again, I know a lot of people aren't probably going to want to do that because everybody's got their own playing style. Mine just happens to be pick up as much loot as possible, simply just so I don't have to go hunting for such and such just to build a weapon or a Warframe. Now, if you're one of those people that's just like, I want to loot often. However, I don't know where to look. Just literally, I'm saying this. Just watch my videos. You will find places. You will see places you wouldn't have thought to look, and get a lot more loot that way. Now, I'm not saying I have every map memorized like the back of my hand. I don't. A good portion of it's actually just muscle memory. I don't have it memorized off the top of my head. I wish we could stealth kill those drones. Anyways, yeah, I do not have all these maps memorized. I do know where a lot of things on certain maps are. For instance, maps like this, I'm on Corpus missions a lot because since they're so greedy, you get a lot more loot from these guys. Like if you're hunting for loot and it's specifically dropped by Corpus, yeah, there's going to be a lot to pick up. Ooh, picked up Garuda. The Garuda frame fighter data. Cool. Anyways, but yeah, Corpus, greedy, you want loot, go to a Corpus map, you'll pick up a lot. I might do a video showing the comparison between loot between Corpus, Infested, Orkin, and Grenier. once the entire map is completed and I have access to the Orkin and infested areas, because there are two planets where they are. That's all the infested are on. There will be missions on other planets where there will be infested. However, it's normally like a crossfire exterminate or something like that. Or the last video where it was a defense, and I simply just had a defense mission with infested there. Like there'll be missions like that. And then if it's one of those days where I'm like my wrist is killing me, or I simply just want to expose, say, lore behind something, I would might do that. Um, There'll still probably be access to the game. Still be doing like using in-game pictures, just because uh, you know, don't want to stumble across some inappropriate fan art, because there's always those people, no matter who you are or what fandom you're in or community. There's always those people that will draw something inappropriate about something. Now, if I were to actually go look through fan art, whether it be about Warframe or say something else that I end up doing, like if I could make a video on the My Hero game that came out not that long ago, I would do that. Um, However, I am not one for mobile. Uh, Nothing against mobile gamers. If you are one, cool. Warframe's coming out with a mobile version here soon, if I remember right. Um, I mainly don't do it for the simple fact that I tend to use my phone a lot for other things, uh, such as emails. I don't get a lot of emails. However, most of the ones I do are business related because I do write books on the side. Um, and that's mainly just people commenting on the book, telling me how good it is or something like that, which I greatly appreciate. I mean, it's always fun. It's always good hearing good reviews on something that you put your energy into, put your creativity into. I'm gonna show y'all the sneaky way of getting past uh, getting through this mission, because there's a lot of cameras in this spy mission. Let's see, there. I think that's the only one in this room. Now there are variants of this mission where cameras will be more prominent. They'll be more active. Um, there was one mission I did where the camera had a not necessarily the ability to pan up. However, it did have the view of the catwalk up above here, and it set the alarms off. If the alarm goes off on a spy mission, you normally have, I think, 30 seconds, 45 seconds to get to the vault, unlock it, and collect the data before it's deleted and that vault is gone. Like, you cannot get anything from that vault anymore. Um, any chance you had at getting it went away the moment that timer hit zero. There have been points though where I got super lucky and legit last second type of saves on spy mission bolts. I cannot tell you how often that has happened, and I cannot tell you the amount of stress and relief that came from that moment. Ooh, this one is fun. Okay, so on other variants of this mission, give me a second, there'd be a laser right here as well. There'd be one of these right here, and this would come all the way down here. Yeah, no, the developers, no joke, make some of these as hard as possible, but also as enjoyable as possible. At least to me. Um, Another thing, if you are bad at not necessarily navigating, but uh, jumping, which you won't figure out until you like try the game, um, you're gonna have a lot of issues within the game. My regular playing partner, Barney789, he is bad when it comes to jumping and tends to set off alarms anytime there's some type of detection device near a jump puzzle within a mission. Or, ooh, missed that. Picked up 32 credits from that. Um, Now, again, not dogging on my normal playing partner. I love playing with him. It's how he and I bond, um, along with cars or just technology in general. Um, we actually, with the way things are right now, technology wise, we could actually see something sort of similar to Warframe coming to be. Not necessarily at the way that it is done within the game. I'm talking neural connectors connecting the human body, the human brain waves to a computer and functioning a full size Android like this. Genuinely, I think that if somebody were to do that and get the range, say a stupid number, say for all my non Americans out there, say 200 kilometers. Say it's a 200-kilometer range on the robot and the neural connector. Essentially, if you were to make it the base of the location of the uh, say brains behind the operation. Yes, that's a bad pun on the conversation that we're having. If you were to make that secure enough, you could put that into a military standpoint. Again, I'm just here spitballing, making conversation with myself while hopefully y'all are actually enjoying either what I'm saying, watching me jump around like an idiot, and I'm sorry if you have epilepsy and all the jumping around sets you into a seizure. I am very, very sorry about that. I just thought about that with how quick paced my moving was there. Um, I actually have my DPI pretty low. anyways, yeah, no, if you were to take make make a human-sized android, have it to where it can process neural brain waves the same way certain prosthetics can, you could minimize any sort of battle conflict between anything. Like, essentially, it would be the what is it? Virtual Wars? Is that what that comic is called? Um, it'd be essentially that where no blood is shed. It is simply, in a way, a video game. People are politicians, countries settling disputes between with no bloodshed. Like, in a way, it would lead to world peace. In a way, it wouldn't. It just provided for means for war. However, it would mean no nuclear missiles are launched, no risk of somebody breaking, committing war crimes and using chemical warfare, chemical weapons, um, which to me, I think would be great. I generally think it would be great for that to happen. Now, if you agree with me, cool. If not, also okay. I mean, sometimes you need a personal touch. I get that.